presidential candidates will face off in their one and only debate tonight. Joining us right now to talk about the showdown between Governor Mike Pence and Senator Tim Kaine is Eric Trump, Republican nominee Donald Trump's son and the executive vice president of the Trump Organization. Good to see you, Eric.
Great to be here, Maria.
Thank you so much for joining us. So how is Governor Pence preparing for the big night tonight?
Well, first of all, he's an amazing guy. I've got to know him. I've got to know his wife, Karen, very well. I mean, they are amazing, amazing people. But we picked him for an obvious reason. I mean, he does everything my father's been talking about, and he did it in his home state. He cut taxes every single year he was governor. Unemployment went from 8% when he got in 2013 to roughly a little under 4% now. I mean, he's done an amazing job. He's rebuilt all the infrastructures. He's had the largest school spending bill in Indiana state history. He's done tremendous amounts for vets. I mean, he is our model on a local basis, and he's just solid as a rock.
So do you want him to focus more on that, on his record, and what he knows about the economy that will move the needle on jobs, or is it more about trouncing the competition, making sure to put a spotlight on Hillary Clinton's record?
Well, you certainly want to put a spotlight on Hillary's record because it's been, quite frankly, horrible. I mean, it's been horrible, horrible, horrible. But if you look at Kaine, he's done the exact opposite. When he went into Virginia, when he became governor of Virginia, unemployment was about 3.5%. It went up to 8%. Every single year, I mean, he proposed $4 billion worth of new taxes on Virginia residents. I mean, it's been an absolute disaster. It just seems like the two of them, just all they do is spend money. I mean, spend, spend, spend. And I think we're the exact opposite. We're running kind of the frivolous campaign. It seems like they're running the let's raise taxes on everybody and let's go out and spend massive amounts of money and let's put more debt on the American people. And I think there's a stark contrast between the two candidates.
And we know that story resonates with the American people. The economy, jobs, #1 issue. I want to talk to you about that going into the next presidential debate next week, because now your father, Donald Trump, is trailing Hillary Clinton by about 5 points in the latest CNN Orc poll. What is he doing to regain the upper hand here going into this next debate?
You know, I put less, thought on some of these polls, right? I mean, the LA Times has us up by 5 points,
That's
right?
True.
So you have polls that have us up by 5 points. You have polls that have us down by a couple points. What I look at is enthusiasm. I go all across the country, and literally everywhere I go, I look at the yard signs in the lawn. I look at our volunteers, people who are making thousands and thousands of calls, knocking on thousands and thousands of doors. I mean, everywhere I go, the love that you feel is tremendous, and the enthusiasm you feel is, is tremendous. And people don't want a career politician. I mean, Hillary, and I say this all the time, Hillary's been a politician longer than I've been alive. And what has she accomplished? I mean, is the world a better place in any way because she's been in office? Libya's a disaster, Syria's a disaster, Iraq's a disaster. Those wars cost us $5–6 trillion. Thousands of people that have died. You look at the Clinton Foundation, which is one of the largest Ponzi schemes in the history of charitable giving. I mean, look at Benghazi and the lies and the deceit there. I mean, everything those two have done. I mean, they've made $250 million for themselves on the backs of hardworking Americans. And America deserves a lot better, and American citizens deserve a lot better.
I think you make a good point. When I travel around, the authenticity of Donald Trump has resonated, I think. And it is small businesses, the deli owner, the restaurant owner, the guy working in the gym. They feel that they're desperate for a Donald Trump economics package. And yet, when you look at larger business, the globalists, the multinationals, they don't like what your father's been saying about trade. So I think that's the rub. Small business wants Donald Trump.
Because big business at Wall Street, they're the ones that are killing it based on international trade, based on free products coming into the U.S., based on cheap labor. I mean, they're making a fortune based on that. Yet small businesses are getting killed on what? Having the highest taxes as a country of really any developed nation around the world. Obamacare, that has been a total disaster, where premiums are literally causing companies to have to lay off employees because, healthcare costs have risen so much. Regulation that have handcuffed businesses to the point that they can't even conduct business. I mean, the reality is more small businesses in the United States every single year are closing than opening. And that's a scary proposition. I mean, it takes the average small business, Maria, 15 months to open in this country.
Yeah.
Our government's an impediment. We pay taxes so our government can help us, not so our government can be an impediment to American people and American business. It's just not right.